Alex Behunin with LowKickMMA and our Don Shainis, who returns to action February 11th at UFC 84. Don, how are you?
Dude, I'm fucking fantastic, Alex. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm very happy to be talking with you again, man. 15 days out. How are you feeling?
Is it 15? Shit. Dude, I'm ready. I'm excited. My weight's in check. Finishing up at the gym on a Friday night. I think all the hard work's done. It's just a little bit of maintenance and all the fine tuning is pretty much done. It's just wait for the weight. And then yeah, got a little bit of a flight coming up. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be on Wednesday, and then I'm in Perth. You gonna be there?
Unfortunately, I won't be there. I was thinking about
Ah,
going,
man.
but I will be. I will be at your next one.
All right, all right. I'm gonna make sure you are.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Um, Before we talk about your upcoming fight, I want to go back to your UFC debut. What were the emotions like after that fight, man? You had worked your ass off to get to the UFC. You get the short notice call, and it ends in 30 seconds. What were the emotions like?
Oh, bro, it's fucking heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Like, I can't remember a time I've ever lost in something and not been heartbroken. And fighting is the ultimate, like, highest of highs and the real lowest of lows. So it's like, I was heartbroken. Um, to fucking go out there and think you got a fighter's chance and then get choked out in 30 seconds. Like, fuck, dude, I could have just not done that. That was stupid. It was embarrassing. I'm not even gonna say embarrassing. Like, I put myself out there, but like, I was definitely like, fuck, that was stupid. I just got caught. Um, I'm not using the weight cut as an excuse, but that was a big factor in how I was feeling, and I'm excited not to have that type of weight cut for this fight, and I'm excited to be me at my fullest.
Was there anything that you took from that fight that you learned that you learned about yourself?
I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to show up and make weight, and that was a tall task, and I did exactly that. And I got to see how things work behind the scenes. All the interviews and everything and whatnot. And so, as far as like stuff to take away, like I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here. I'm not going to change up everything just because I got a shitty result one time. I'm just going to keep plugging away, keep working hard, and keep doing what I'm doing.
Did the toxic MMA fan base let you have it?
Yeah, I got a couple people that fucking like DM me and shit, and I was bored one day and I started replying to them all. But that didn't bother me that much. I'm like, oh, look at these fucking high school, college kids talking shit, thinking they can beat me up. That's cool. It is what it is. I actually got one kid that was like talking shit to me. Like I I talked to him the other day. He made like a highlight video of me. I'm like, thanks, bud.
Oh, that's
So
fucking
I'm having fun with it, I guess.
gotcha, gotcha. All right, well, let's talk about it, dude. UFC
Talk
284
about it.
in Perth against Jack Jenkins. Fighting in front of a sold out crowd, going into enemy territory. How's that feel?
Oh, dude, I couldn't be any more fucking excited. They gave me a full camp for this one. My weight was in a much better starting point 13 weeks out. I'm lighter right now than what I showed up to Vegas at. So that's super exciting for me. We're 2 weeks out. The kid's coming off a contender series. In the contender series, I actually got to see him fight live. I don't know if you knew that, but I was in the stands watching the fight, not knowing I was actually going to fight him one day. So, dude, I get to see the world and kick some ass, make some money. So what's cooler than that?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. You said that you're going over to Perth on Wednesday. Is that to get used to the time change and just kind of acclimate to it all?
Well, it's going to be a long ass flight. So I know you're not allowed to bring food leaving the States to a different country. So I think the way it's going to work is I fly from Boston to LA, and then I'm going to be able to bring food there. So I'll have my food ready. And then I'll probably eat right when we get to, or right before we take off for LA to Sydney, and then that flight's going to be about 15, 16 hours. So if I time everything right, it's not going to affect my diet too much. And then Sydney to Perth. But it's mainly because I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to exercise for the most part per day and just get that out of the way a little bit early so I have a little more wiggle room when it comes later in the cut.
That is a brutal fly. That's gnarly.
Nah, it is what it is. Here, I'll turn on the light. I'm trying not to get pulled over right now, so
It's all good, bro. Don't
yeah.
get pulled over, please.
No, we're good. We're good. We're golden. I got a golden eye out. You can see me though, right?
You look fantastic, bro.
Oh, fucking man. Who needs friends? I got you right now.
Hey, bro. Yeah.
Fantastic. Come on. Come on.
You
Gonna
look.
be looking even better on the 11th. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, dude. Well, I cannot wait. Speaking of that, you are fighting Jack Jenkins, man. What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Oh, I love this matchup. Like I was saying earlier, I seen him fight live. So I flew into Vegas on Tuesday, late September, which was last week of the Contender Series, and I just happened to score a ticket to that. And he was on that week of the Contender Series, so I actually was paying attention and watching that fight live and talking to my coach like what I would do in these circumstances, you know. And shit, here I am. I'm about to fight homie, so let's go.
On paper, it's a very fun fight. Both of you guys come forward. Both of you guys pretty much, I mean, especially you look for the finish. He's a finisher, right? He might, there's been criticism on him that he kind of like plays it safe until he gets the finish. But like, it's a very fun fight on paper. So how do you kind of like see this fight playing out?
I watched this film and I watched the Contender Series fight, and his film is completely different than what I saw in this Contender Series fight. I don't know if it was the caliber opponent or game plan or what, but in the Contender Series, he won a TKO with like 30 seconds left, and he pretty much outgrappled the dude. I can't remember where the guy he fought was from, but it looked like he was just trying to outgrapple them. With all his previous fights I watched, he looks through and through like a striker. So I noticed a lot of big calf kicks, a lot of big switch body kicks, crisp hard punches right down the pipe. So I'm expecting a boxer with some powerful kicks, and I'm just gonna go in there and hopefully catch a kick, take him down, and let's see where this plays out.
Absolutely. Do you feel like this is your reintroduction to the UFC audience?
Yeah, I feel like I haven't even been discovered yet. To go out there for the first time, and under the circumstances, it couldn't have been worse timing for me. But I'm a man, and I said I'd do something. I fucking showed up and did it, and I feel like this is going to be a coming out party for me.
Absolutely. Well, at the end of the day, February 11th, UFC 284. How do you get your hand raised?
This ain't going to the judges, man. I know one thing. I'm going to have to finish this fucking cake, because I'll tell you what. If it goes to the judges, I'm fucking American. We're fighting in Australia. Homie's from Australia. I can't let the judges settle this, so I got to go in there and get my hand raised and get the finish.
What do you want your 2023 to look like? What are some goals that you're setting for yourself?
Goals. I want to be busy. So first and foremost, I want to get this fight in. I want to win. I want to get in there and I want to get my fucking hand raised in the UFC and prove that I belong here. I want to be busy. I want to be super active this year. I'd love 3, 4, 5 fights, depending on how my body's holding up and the timing and logistics of everything. But yeah, right now my only focus is getting my hand raised. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but yeah, that's it.
Awesome. And then finally, I know that you usually do some cross training over at Glory MMA. Where was your camp this fight camp?
So I moved home to New England. So I've been training literally everywhere. Like today I was at Citadel, which is my home gym in Boston. Yesterday I was at Nostos, which is Devin Powell's gym up in New Hampshire. I've been cross training out of Joe Lozon's gym in Raynham. I've been over at BTT in Taunton. So I've been at my buddy's basement on extra nights for some private work, So I've been literally fucking everywhere. everywhere you could go to get the training I need for this camp. But yeah, it's not convenient, but I'm making it work.
So basically, you've been a slut this camp.
Oh, I've been a dirty little whore. Dirty little whore.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Awesome, dude. Don, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors, want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hey, Alex, thank you so much for having me on. You know, you've always been great to me and reaching out and giving me another platform to talk my shit. But yeah, all my fans, everyone that hasn't discovered me yet, thank you so much for fucking tuning in. My social media is Shameless fucking Don. Everything from Snapchat to Instagram to Facebook. If you type in Shameless Don, you'll find me. And shit, I'm gonna be blowing up after the 11th.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.